Everybody. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm going to be talking about summer and some very exciting announcements that I have for you. So before we get started, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, if you look on YouTube, you will see to the right of the video, where normally there's a bunch of suggested videos. Right there to the right of the video, you will see a little chat window and it says say something. And if you type your question in there, I'll be able to see it. So I'd love for you to ask any questions that you may have about anything related to summer, running, or any of the announcements that I make later on. So first of all, again, thank you for joining me. I am so excited that it's summertime. You guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know this is my most favorite time of year. And it's sunny outside, the days are longer, it's super easy to be motivated to be active and get outside. So that brings me to my next point. Have you guys ever noticed that you crave different food in the summertime? I find that normally I'm not really craving, hot food or hot coffee. This morning I did have hot coffee. It kind of depends on the day. But generally speaking, I am hungry for different things. Back in the day when I was in college, I worked at Chipotle part-time, and it was pretty much a guarantee that if it was sunny outside or it was summertime, we were going to be slammed. It's like people just crave lighter, sort of different kinds of food when it's nice outside. And I wish I could flip the camera and show you guys what it's like outside right now, because it is crazy nice. I actually went for a run earlier today, probably at a later time than most people would, but I like to run when it's hot. I like to run when it's sunny and wear the least amount of clothes possible. So that's what I like to do, but it's just an absolutely stunning day today, and you could not ask for anything nicer. So also, what do you guys think of my manicure? It's like crazy, super bright and everything. I posted a picture, super up close picture of it last night on Instagram. So if you aren't following me on Instagram, make sure that you are. However, today I started my official start. I've sort of been running on and off, but my official start is today for my half marathon training. I have a half marathon I'm going to be running coming up in September. It's like mid-September. I don't remember the exact date, but I have a couple other races I'm going to be doing this summer, some around here in the Pacific Northwest. So if you guys are interested in running those with me, I think it would be so much fun to get a group together and run them all together. So if you're interested in running a race, or you have one, you're like, hey, sorry, something in my eye. You have one like, hey, I really, really want to run this. Do me a favor and send me an email. You can go to my blog, which is Sweet Blondes Fit Life, all one word, sweetblondesfitlife.com. Up in the top section, there is a part where it says contact or contact me, and submit or send me an email through that, and I'll get it, and we can totally make race plans. I think that would be so fun. So if you guys know of a race you're interested in doing, or you're like, hey, we should get a group of people together to run this, let me know, because that would be just a total blast. I love doing that kind of stuff, and it's so much more fun running when you are with a group of people. It just is. So but today's my official start to my half marathon training, and I'm going to be doing another Hal Higdon program, so I will post about that soon. But his programs are totally free. It's not anything that I have paid for. He does have options where you can pay him to get a little bit more personalized coaching or one-on-one work. I have never felt the need to do that, but you certainly can. And all of his programs are on his website. You can just Google Hal Higdon training programs, and it will come up. And he has half marathon, he has marathon. I think he even has shorter distance training programs too. So he's definitely got something for everybody, whether you're a novice, a beginner, or advanced. He's got a little something for everybody. So definitely check him out. But I officially started that today, and because we are right in the middle of race season, well, it's sort of just kicking off, I created something that was sort of out of necessity for me, but I know that there are way more people who, way more people that need this too. And it's essentially a checklist for what to pack on race day. So I created another video about this for Workout Wednesday last week. Um, but if you haven't downloaded it, you need to download it like ASAP, because I'm sure all of us can think of a time when we have left our house, or whether for a race or just running errands, and you forgot something. Like, there was something I needed to return to the mall, and like every single time I'd go to the mall, I would not have what I needed to return. And I was like, really? One time I went to a race and I didn't have my race bib, and you totally can't run a race if you don't have your, racing number, because it doesn't look like you signed up for it. It looks like you're just crashing the race. So I had a little bit of extra time, but I didn't get there planning to be like, oh, I'm gonna have to go all the way back home. And so I basically barely made it. I was still able to start the race like with the last starting group. But it was definitely added a lot of extra stress and like not fun to race morning. So I created this race day checklist. It's everything that I personally need to pack on race day. And I even left you guys a few extra blank spots for you to add in, your personal items like compression. I don't use compression socks, nothing wrong with them. I've never had a need for them. That doesn't mean I won't use them. It's just not something that I'm used to running with. So those aren't on there, but you could totally add them in one of the blank spots. So if you have not already checked that out or downloaded it, I will include a link in the comments below this video where you can check that out. Cool? Cool. Promise me that you'll at least check it out, because I think it'll definitely be worth your time. If you think there's something that's missing or a way that I can make the checklist better, let me know, because this is just something I created for you guys totally for free, that I wanted to be able to help you and make your life a little bit less stressful. So if there's something that you think should be on it or a way that I can make it better, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I love hearing from you guys and getting feedback, whether it's just saying hey or asking a question. I love to chat it up with you. So never be afraid to reach out to me. I love hearing from you. Okay, so summer's here, different food, things like that. I have some plans to share more with you what I eat. Within the last year, well, probably the last year and a half, I'd say my exercise has maybe changed a little bit as far as what I do, but the main thing that's really changed for me is what I eat. And not only what I eat, but I guess it is what I eat. I was going to say not only what I eat, but how I eat it. But how I eat it hasn't really changed. It's more like how I prepare it, where I buy it. And it's just small little details and tweaks that maybe don't seem like they make a very big deal. I kind of was like, well, what's the big whoop? And I just did it to try something different. And it actually has really, really helped. I think I've talked about this before, but one of my biggest problem areas is really like my midsection. So that's where I like gain weight first, and that's where I lose it last. I'm sure we all have an area like that. And for me, that's my midsection. So just kind of like right around my belly button, around my waist. Like, I don't know that I would say muffin top, but that's what a lot of people call that area too. And I definitely have noticed a humongous difference in how that looks now, because I've been eating this certain way. And so it's really helped a lot with that problem area. And it's a small change that I feel like it can be a difficult transition if you make it one. But what I'm going to share with you guys this summer is how to make it an easy transition, because it really does not have to be that hard. So get excited for that. Plus, another thing I want to share with you is that I am officially a #BibRave Pro. So if you guys haven't heard of BibRave, it is a cool website. Check it out. BibRave, BIBRAVE.com. And it is where you can go if you're a runner or even a walker. You can go on and review any race that you have ever participated in. So I went on there and reviewed some of the big races that I've been in, and any races I participate in, I will continue to review them. there are reviews from all different kinds of people, experienced runners, people who are just beginners. It is super cool. If there's a race you're thinking about running and you're not sure if you should run it, check out BibRave, because you can read, oh my gosh, it was so hilly, or the start line was a disaster, there were no porta potties. I mean, you can just get all positive and negative. You can find all the information you want. And I think all of us runners know that sometimes the outcome of a race is, or the way that our experience was, maybe has something to do with our training or us. But that's the awesome thing about this website, is everybody is super honest, and they're like, hey, the race itself was awesome. My experience was bad because I wasn't fully trained, or whatever. They review all aspects of the race, from organization, registration, what you get for participating, which is why some of us run races, let's be honest, and the course itself. So it's a super cool website. I'm officially a BibRave Pro, which means that I represent them. I get to go run races and represent them at races and things like that. I'm super pumped about it. And the other thing that's really exciting is that we also do bib chats on Twitter on Tuesday nights. So if you guys don't already follow me on Twitter, I'm at Sweet Blonde Fit. So it's just Sweet Blonde Fit. You can find me on there. And we do Twitter chats on Tuesday nights. So it's every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So 6 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, obviously, if you're in the US. But you can participate from anywhere, all over the world. All of us BibRave pros are on there. The people from BibRave who are super cool are on there too. And there's usually a sponsor, so you can win prizes, you know, ranging from all different cool things. Tonight we're having one. So definitely check it out. It's every Tuesday night, and it's so much fun. And you meet running people. It's just a lot of fun. It's a great way to connect with people, and I always learn something new, whether it's from the sponsor or a comment that someone makes. It's super awesome, super fun. So if you don't have anything to do tonight, even if you do, I mean, you can tweet from your phone. So you guys better join us, okay? The other thing that I can't announce it yet, but I have something else going on sort of with another company that's I'm super excited about. This other company is not just running related. I mean, they definitely have a lot of things for runners, but it's not just running. And I was hoping to have everything like sort of wrapped up by the time that I had this chat with you and could sort of tell you about it, but I don't yet. So as soon as I can tell you, I will. It's very exciting. It has to do with liquid. Gives you a little hint. But no, it has nothing to do with Starbucks. That would be cool, but it's nothing to do with Starbucks. This is something else. But they're super great, and I really believe in them. And I want you guys to know that if I ever represent a company, whether it's just mentioning it because I like it or because I am officially affiliated with them, like BibRave Pro, etc. If anybody ever pays me to represent them even, I will not represent a company that I don't personally believe in, that I don't actually use their stuff. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there online that will sell their souls to anybody who's willing to pay them and just blast their followers and blast their peeps with their stuff. And I really truly believe in only sharing with you guys what I actually like, what I actually believe in companies that I would feel comfortable referring you guys to. Not just because, you know, there's plenty of things that I talk about all the time that I don't get compensated for. For example, I love Nordstrom. I talk about Nordstrom. Do I get compensated from Nordstrom? No. You know, same with Quest and things like that. I'm not an official representative for them. Maybe I will be one day, but I'm not right now. And that is a company that I would represent because I truly believe in them. Same with BibRave. I love them. I love that website. I love what they're doing. I love the community of runners they're building. So I feel comfortable with that. I would never, ever, ever do it just because I was getting money. So I just want you guys to know that, okay? Because I love you, and what I share with you, I will only share with you if I really think it's worth your time and worth checking out and something that I use and believe in too, okay? So that's my promise. Another exciting thing that's going on right now, since summer has officially started, like in these long, awesome days, that's just my favorite part of this time of year. June's been pretty busy for me because I was traveling around for like the first 2 weeks, really. Now it's finally slowed down a little bit, but I was a little sad about it because this, like, May, June, July, August, September, like, those are my favorite times of the year. And in fitness, we have a lot of stuff going on in the summer because that's when things slow down in the gym a little bit because everybody's outside doing their thing. And that's totally fine, but that's when we have a lot of trainings, a lot of opportunities to learn. And so I was like, man, like this is when I want to be in the Pacific Northwest because it's the super nice time of year. But hey, it's okay. But speaking of being outside, getting in exercise, etc., Sweat Pink is right now having I don't want to call it like a competition, but it's a campaign sort of, and they're calling it 1 million minutes. So if you search that hashtag the number one, and then million minutes, so just the number one and then the word million and then minutes, search the hashtag on Twitter, on Instagram, you will see all the posts of everybody who's participating in this campaign, and it's basically a goal to reach 1 million minutes of physical activity. So everybody can set their own goal. I still haven't really decided what mine is yet officially, but like yesterday, it officially started yesterday, or no, it started on Sunday, on Father's Day, so the 21st. But I officially started logging my time yesterday, and yesterday I did 90 minutes of, different things. It can be walking, it can be video workouts, it can be CrossFit, it can be boot camp, it can be yoga, any sort of moving your body, right? If you go kayaking, it can be kayaking. If you go paddleboarding, it can be paddleboarding. If you surf, which I'm super jealous, I wish I could go surfing in Seattle, but I can't. So, if you do any of those things, then that all counts as minutes towards your contribution to 1 million minutes. So if you guys want to get in on that, super awesome. It's a huge community of people that are doing it. If you're not familiar with the Sweat Pink community, it's basically a bunch of people who are interested in fitness in some way, shape, or form. And maybe they have a blog, maybe they don't, but they all love fitness. And you can join. It's a super fun way to make sure you stay active this summer. And it's just a little encouraging. Like, hey, if you do 15 minutes, like 15 minutes counts. If you do 5 minutes, like that counts. Just fit it in and you'll slowly add up all your minutes to be a bigger number, and you'll contribute something to the 1 million minutes too. So there's also prizes you can win. I don't remember exactly what they are. If you search the hashtag 1 million minutes, I'll also post about it on my blog, so you guys can find out more information there. But if you search I'll include a link below the video too. So be sure to look below the video for a link for 1 million minutes. If you want to participate, there are prizes that you can win every week, and it's a lot of fun. So also, last but not least, you guys are probably familiar with Workout Wednesday. Every Wednesday I have a workout video that I post here on YouTube as well as on my blog. And it's usually something to do with bodyweight exercises. I try to make them things that you can do anywhere, so there's no limitations. Tomorrow I have a new workout coming for you. I won't tell you what it is, but it's really easy. It's super fast. It's less than 12 minutes, and you can legitimately do it everywhere. And this is an awesome workout because it's cardio, but it's also strengthening at the same time. And it's super short, like 12 minutes. Hello, it's really easy. So that's going to be up on my blog tomorrow as well as here on YouTube. However, if you don't want to miss out on any of my Workout Wednesday posts, I will include a link below this video for you to be able to subscribe. And if you subscribe, what will happen is I will send you the video as well as the workout directly to your inbox. So you don't even have to worry about trying to log onto my blog or check Instagram or check Twitter and see what the workout was. It'll go straight to your inbox. And then that way, if you want to do it a few weeks down the road when you're traveling or you need some workout inspiration, it's right there in your inbox. You can just search for it, Workout Wednesday. So if you guys are interested, please subscribe to that. That way you won't miss out on anything, and you may receive some exclusive content from me every once in a while too. I don't know, because you're kind of like special. You guys are my fit fam, and I love sharing those things with you. So that is everything I have for you today, and I really look forward to talking with you soon. Oh, hold on. We have one question. Let me see what it is. Just a minute. Okay. Someone asked, what is it that you eat every day? I'm having a hard time with my food. Oh, I think that was the thing that I struggled with the most too, because exercise, I don't want to sound, and I don't want to say exercise easy, 30 minutes a day, an hour a day. Most of us can find a way to make that happen, maybe. But when it gets discouraging is when you aren't getting any results from it. You're like, why am I sweating my time away and I can't figure out why I'm not losing any weight or why I'm not seeing any results or why my clothes aren't fitting differently, whatever your goal is, right? And a lot of it has to do with what you're eating. The saying is it's 80% what you eat, 20%, working out. I would also add sleep into that equation because it's really sleep, eating, and working out. But honestly, that hour a day of working out is easy. Like you can control that hour. It's the other 23 hours that are super hard. So that's kind of what I'm gonna not to not answer your question, but just because I wanted to keep this short, that's what I'm going to talk more about this summer because it's something I'm super passionate about because that's really where I saw a big difference. Even after losing a bulk of my weight, I've been able to sort of even continue changing my body more just by what I eat. Whereas maybe I would have plateaued off if I had just done, if I had just done working out, I probably would have plateaued off at one point. Oh, and someone else just asked another question about weight loss plateaus, which again, weight loss plateaus can happen for so many reasons. I will answer that just one second. So this summer, basically within the coming weeks, I would say probably like the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm really going to start putting out a lot of information about what I eat and how I eat. And I'm really excited to share that with you guys. I thought it was something I could put together really quickly, but then it sort of started becoming this like huge thing and taking me a lot more time, which is good because you guys are going to get so much more information. But I will definitely be sharing that with you, sort of maybe not exactly what I eat, but sort of guidelines for what I eat because it does change every day. And I also really, truly believe that the same thing does not work for everyone. So just keep that in mind. But this particular strategy, I feel like has potential to work for everyone. Just the foods that you eat may be different. So keep your eye out for that. Thank you for asking that question. It's not that I don't want to go deep into detail, but I just don't have a short answer for you. So last question very quickly, and then I'll wrap it up just to not keep you guys too long. Weight loss plateaus, those suck. I have been there multiple times. And let me just say that the best way that I have dealt with it is no matter how long you go without getting results, do not give up. I know that seems like a cliche, like stock answer, but it could not be more true. There have been times that I, even just recently, sorry, my cat always has to find a way into this video. Okay. It doesn't matter what I'm doing or when I'm doing it. He's like, hey, let me come say hi. So anyway, you got to keep doing it because even though you may not be seeing results paying off right away or even within a month's time, like I've had 3 or 4 weeks go by where to me it doesn't seem like anything is changing, and then all of a sudden I'll notice something or someone will make a comment or I'll put on a piece of clothing I haven't worn for a while and it fits differently. So you have to use different measures of progress. It can be how strong you feel, how many reps you can do in a certain amount of time, like how many reps you can do in a minute. It could be how your clothes fit. What was the other thing I was to say? I would recommend using all different kinds of progress markers, not necessarily just the scale, because like the scale, you guys know, I could do a whole entire online chat about this. Maybe I will make myself a note. Sorry. Okay. I will do another online chat about the advantages and disadvantages to using the scale because I have a lot of things I could say about that. I used to weigh myself all the time. Now I don't weigh myself as much anymore, and there's nothing wrong with either way you do it. It just depends on what works best for you. But I have some info I want to share with you about that. But weight loss plateaus. One, find other progress markers that are not just the scale, and not maybe not just how your clothes fit too. Because if you go from being able to do, you know, 20 squats in a minute to doing 60 squats in a minute, like that's huge progress. So that's other things you can look at too. Even if you're only able to do 5 more, like you're making progress, and that's something you should be excited about, whether or not the scale is moving, whether or not you're losing weight. Second thing you can do is really look at what you're eating. If you're eating if you're not paying attention to what you're eating, that may be your solution right there. But if you're eating a lot of, the same food, maybe try changing it up a little bit. I think if you add more greens, like it doesn't even have to be anything hardcore like kale. Some people, it's like kale is so hardcore, but spinach or just more vegetables in general, but something green, a dark green. I think that could help. Also, try to pay attention to what you're eating. If you're eating a lot of things out of boxes like lean cuisines or just any sort of prepared processed foods, try to take as much of that out as you can. I think that will help. I know that will help. If you're getting more of your nutrients from whole, rich, nutrient-dense foods, that will really help, and I think that you'll also see that your cravings go down. And then another thing that you can do is change what kind of exercise you're doing. So if you aren't exercising, you can add something in, like even just walking or something like that. And if you are exercising, you can change what kind you're doing. So if you've been doing a lot of walking, try doing maybe high intensity interval training, so a HIIT workout. Or if you've been doing a lot of, cardio kickboxing, try doing some yoga. Just throw something in to change up your workout a little bit. It doesn't mean that it has to be more high intense. Just change what you're doing so that your body gets a little bit confused and isn't always looking forward to, okay, every day at 9:30, we're going to do Zumba. Like they already know to expect that. So change that up. Those are the 3 things that I would say to try to, shift the scale or get off your weight loss plateau. And that's everything I have for you guys. I'm going to wrap it up, but thank you so, so much for being with me today. I will schedule another one of these soon. I hope to see more of you on. And I know that a lot of you guys can't make it at this time. So if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of my Fit Fam. I love you guys so much. Again, don't forget to check out the links I'm going to post below this video with some of the information that I talked about in this video, okay? Big hug and a flex to all my Fit Fam, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.